Hi guys, Deludaguna, Arsenal 1, Leicester nil. What a game that was, and our slim top 4 hopes continue. Yeah, going into the game, like I said, we know we needed to take 3 points with top 4 in mind. Doesn't look like we're going to do it, but we have to keep trying. Spurs at the weekend, don't know how that game's going to go, so it's imperative we take 3 points. It was great about what happened on Sunday and whatnot, but we have to look forward. Yeah, going into the game, not to keep speaking about Sunday, but we played 120 minutes or whatever in extra time. Obviously, I'm speaking about. We knew we was going to see rotation because there's obviously going to be tired legs. Theo came into the side, Bellerin came into the side, Coquelin came into the side, and to everyone's shock, Gibbs came into the side. On paper, five defenders on the pitch for us, not one on the bench. If anything happened, it was going to be crazy. But yeah, let's get into it. First half, 73% possession, 6 shots, 2 on target. That sums up Arsenal. That definitely, I know you guys have heard that before. That's a typical Arsenal performance, is it? I mean, we were too passive. I was happy to see that we looked confident after Sunday, but we were too passive, trying to be too precise. In regards to being too precise, we weren't. Some players weren't even trying to be committed enough to get on the end of these precise balls. It was all in front of Leicester, helping them retain shape. I didn't feel there was any real focal point. Granted, on paper, Alexis/Theo started up front. They rotated. I mean, you even saw Ozil, similar to how Dele Alli at Spurs rotates with Kane, went and was the focal point. But none of them really wanted to stay there. They all dropped deep, and as a result, there was no one really to occupy Leicester City centre halves. And because of that, the centre halves were then free and able to marshal the back four and guide them through again, helping Leicester to remain compact. In the 6th minute, even Vardy could have scored. Alexis being silly, back heel. Vardy forced a great save from Czech. Alexis has got to be better there. But to Leicester's credit, you know they're going to come here and try and get a point and see how it goes. They're fighting relegation. Don't think they'll go down. But yeah, we knew what we were going to get. 10 men behind the ball, as we saw, camped in their own half, resolute defensively, quick on the counter, rigid defensively, stubborn, and that is everything they were. They were very hard to break down. They were camped in their own half, and they really made it hard for us. Granted, by the 30th minute, I believe, we were getting frustrated. We were trying to force the issue a bit. Bellerin was having to drop deep as a result of certain midfielders just too reluctant to try and play that forward pass. Ozil was taking up a lot of lovely positions. And like I said, he had to come deep and he started to pull the strings because no one could find him from the areas he was at. Theo, Bellerin and Coquelin, you could see they really, and Gibbs to a degree, they really want to be in the starting lineup. Theo Walcott just looked unsure of himself. He had a couple of chances he should have scored. Atrocious in the first half. I've got to be fair, Alexis was poor in the first half. Poor first touch. Miscommunication half the time with a lot of teammates, and it just really was boring and rubbish. And by the end of the first half time, I was thinking, where's Welbeck? Where's Oxlade-Chamberlain? We need some directness in regards to Ox. We need someone to occupy the centre halves in regards to Welbs. We need people to run beyond the centre halves and stretch them in regards to Welbs. Granted, at half time we did react. I mean, we got a corner in the first minute. We did show some fight. We did show some urgency. Like I said, we're literally fighting for our lives in every game now. And yeah, second half was a bit of a drag as both teams started to go for it and tired. There was a lot of space that started to open. Leicester actually had quite a few chances that Czech had to be equal to. But other than that, again, it was like the first half. They were just camped in their half, and we did look like we'll break them down. But I'd say by the 70th minute, I was getting a bit nervous as to whether this would be a draw because it was looking a bit dodgy. Granted, I mean, there's nothing else significant apart from the goal. I mean, Monreal scored on Sunday, deflected effort, courtesy of Ozil passing him the ball, deflected off. It looked like Giroud. I actually thought Giroud was trying to claim it. Turns out it was Robert Huth. Robert Huth own goal. Who cares? We'll literally take that. 1-0 to us. Defensively in the last 4 minutes, it was dramatic. I mean, do you see how many times we sliced the ball? Ramsey again trying to do these flicks. Ramsey, even when it was 0-0, a simple pass could have just flicked it. And yeah, to a degree, we were kind of lucky to win it to win the game in the sense that Leicester didn't come here to get anything other than a point. Yeah, 600 odd passes and barely double figures on target. That just kind of sums up that we need to be clinical. We did see it did look like, even though it was three at the back and some before we started to be impatient and things like that happened, it did look like we were going to four at the back. You did physically see him change it and put his hands up and go four at the back when Welbs came on and we went 4-4-2, a bit of a flashback. But yeah, 1-0, and we just look forward to Spurs on the weekend. Man of the match has got to be Xhaka, assured in his passing, took care of business in that midfield department. Phil Coquelin had a decent game. Bellerin, can tell he really wants to be back in that starting lineup. Had a real good game. Monreal had a good game. He looks full of confidence. Alexis had an improved second half, and Ozil looked up for it the whole game, to be honest. But there's nothing more to say other than that, people. Like I said, we just look forward to Spurs on the weekend at White Hart Lane. Hopefully, it's the last derby. Hopefully, we can win and get some little bragging rights, because I mean, it doesn't look like we're going to finish ahead of them. But yeah, guys, the Lagoon, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Check out my other videos. Share it for me. Comment your opinions. The Lagoon, I'm signing out.